begins this chapter by telling us to consider it joy when we face trials and suffering. Now, I know what you all are saying, because I know what I said when I read this. Consider it joy. You're telling me to be happy, to be okay, to feel relief when I'm going through things, when I'm being mistreated, when I am suffering? I don't understand. Why would that be the very first thing that you tell me when I tell you that I'm hurting or I'm going through? In this chapter, James wants us to look at our trials from a completely different lens. James wants to offer us a different solution to what we are normally accustomed. What James wants us to really see is that our pains are necessary, and they are necessary in order to build our endurance. Because it is with our endurance that we are able to get through whatever it is we are facing. It is endurance that strengthens our heart, that eases our mind, and even helps stabilize our mental health. Endurance keeps us moving when we want to stop, and endurance keeps us pushing forward through the pain, even when we want to quit. I'm reminded of the time when I was in labor with my daughter Olivia, and there was a point in labor where I just wanted to stop. The pain was just so great, I could not endure it anymore. The nurse looked at me, told me to take a deep breath, and to push past the pain. Once I pushed past the pain, within a few seconds, my baby girl was here in this world. It was endurance that got me through that moment of pain, that I was able to get to the other side of it to receive the blessing that I had been carrying for the last 9 months. But we have to understand that endurance does not stand on its own, because endurance comes through wisdom. It is wisdom that teaches us and gives us the ability to make good judgments based on what we have learned from our own experiences. The knowledge and understanding is what gives us the capabilities. So I hear you. Tashara, you still have not told us why pain and suffering is necessary in the first place. So here's what James tells you, and you find the answer in verse 4, where James says, "Let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature, complete, and lacking in nothing." In other words, trials are necessary to build endurance, and endurance is necessary for you to reach your end goal. It is necessary for you to learn how to function at your full capacity, so that you can choose the greatest level of effectiveness. There are gifts inside of you that God wants you to use, and there are ministries in you that God wants to bring forth. There are experiences and parables and testimonies that God needs for kingdom building. And with wisdom as our guide and endurance as our strength, God will be able to bring forth all of these things. But we cannot reach our fullest capacity until we know our limits. And our limits we discover through endurance. S.J. Gardner said, "Endurance is indulging on a little bit longer. It is not giving up, but getting stronger. Endurance is growing taller when you want to grow smaller. It is believing in you when others fail to." Endurance is necessary in order to get you to be the full, complete you that God has created you to be. What is it that you are facing right now that God is trying to grow you? What space does God have you in where God is trying to bring forth some things out of you? What are you dealing with? What are you going through? What pains are you feeling? That God is saying, don't quit, hold on, consider it joy, because like the potter, I am molding you. And I know it hurts while I am kneading you, but you will be so much more refined and so much better when I am done with you. What areas of your life do you need more faith and wisdom? Where is God trying to build your endurance? Until next time, let's keep asking questions and finding answers.